How to get into tech from healthcare without experience. If you're transitioning from healthcare into tech, there's a moment where almost everyone gets stuck. You've learned some skills, you understand the roles you're aiming for, but nothing is actually happening yet. No interviews, no opportunities, no momentum. And the mistake most people make at this stage is thinking they just need to wait until they are more ready. In reality, they're waiting in the wrong place. In this video, I'm going to show you how first opportunities actually happen and how to move toward them deliberately, even if you don't yet have formal tech experience. I'm Obed, a pharmacist who transitioned into software engineering and got my first job 6 months into my journey. I tripled my salary and have now taught over 10,000 students software and AI engineering. Here's the belief that quietly holds people back. I'll start applying once I feel fully ready. But readiness is almost never what creates the first opportunity. What creates the first opportunity is evidence plus proximity. Evidence that you can solve real problems and proximity to people who already work in the environment you want to enter. Most people focus on neither of these. They apply from a distance with resumes that don't yet tell a clear story and then wonder why nothing happens. It's not a capability issue, it's a visibility and positioning issue. Before we go further, I want to clarify one thing. When I say proof, I don't mean a perfect portfolio or years of experience. I simply mean any small, concrete example that shows how you apply technology to real healthcare problems. That could be a small project, a case study, an analysis, a system proposal. And if you don't have this yet, that's okay. This video shows you what you're building toward and how that proof turns into real opportunities once it exists. Here's a mental model that makes this process predictable. I call it the opportunity conversion framework. There are 5 stages: visibility, positioning, conversations, referrals, interviews. Your goal is not to jump straight to interviews. Your goal is to move through these stages in order because each one reduces uncertainty and makes the next one easier. Let's walk through what each stage actually looks like in practice. The first step is visibility. This means making your proof, even if it's small, easy for other people to see and understand. That might look like sharing what you built, explaining the problem you solve, writing about your thinking, showing how your healthcare background shaped your approach. Visibility doesn't mean posting everywhere or being loud, it means clarity. If your work only lives quietly on your computer, it can't create opportunities. Once people can see what you're working on, something important happens. They begin associating your name with a specific capability. The second step is positioning. Instead of presenting yourself as someone trying to break into tech, you position yourself as a healthcare professional who applies technology to solve real operational problems. That framing changes everything. Now, people aren't evaluating whether you belong in tech, they are trying to understand where you fit best. Positioning isn't exaggeration. Is choosing the most accurate story about the value you already bring. The third step is conversations. This is where most people get uncomfortable and where things start to change. Instead of code applying, you start targeted conversations with people working in health tech companies, informatics teams, analytics groups, digital transformation roles. You're not asking for jobs, you're asking about the problems they're solving, the systems they use, and the gaps they see. These conversations do two things: they give you real world context and they make you memorable. That's the shift. Referrals are not something you ask for directly. They happen when three things are already true. People have seen your work, they understand how you are positioned. At that point, when an opportunity appears, a project, a contract role, a new opening, your name comes up naturally. Referrals dramatically reduce uncertainty because now someone else is saying on your behalf that this person makes sense here. So let's bring the person in. By the time interviews happen, most of the decision has already been made. Your proof has shown capability, your positioning has clarified value, and referrals have built trust. Interviews stop feeling like gatekeeping, they become conversations about contribution. That's a very different experience from applying code. In my case, I started documenting my transition publicly while I was in a software engineering bootcamp. People began to recognize me as a pharmacist who was becoming a software engineer. That positioning stuck. I didn't get my first opportunities by applying randomly. People reached out to me. I got referrals. My first backend engineering gig came through someone I had helped earlier. And by the time I interviewed for my full time role, many of the interviewers already knew who I was, either through my public documentation or through others. That's not luck, that's process. Here's the idea I want you to leave with. Your first opportunity is not created by waiting to be chosen. It's created by making your value visible, positioning it clearly, and building the right professional proximity. When those pieces are in place, the transition stops feeling uncertain. It starts feeling directional. Now, if this video resonated, then you would find this other one to be really valuable. Check it out now. And if you want grounded, practical guidance on transitioning into tech without starting over or guessing, subscribe because that's exactly what this channel is built for. And always remember this: strategy first, everything else is optional. I'll see you in the next one.